I was going to a little church at one time that we met and just channeled, and we, did psychometry, picking something out of a hat that belonged to somebody and giving a message to whoever it belonged to. And there was a man there that I met, and we were having coffee one time after this little meeting in the church on a Wednesday night. And all of a sudden, I got this scene on a riverboat in New Orleans. And I looked at him and I said, New Orleans. And he said, the ferry boat. I said, yeah, the ferry boat. I said, I got men to go there, paid you money, because you were like my owner or something. He goes, oh, yeah. Then I smelled the smoke from a gun. We were both going back and forth with these events of another lifetime in like the early 1800s in Louisiana, in New Orleans.
Wow.
And we were both remembering it, both of us.
Yeah, wow.
We were both remembering this lifetime. So it was like, people at the table were just sitting there with their mouths hanging open, and we were going back and forth with this lifetime in New Orleans.
Huh. So how come...
Because we both remembered it.
Like, how come, getting a little bit off topic, but sort of similar, with the people that have gifts or, more developed psychic abilities or whatever it is, why, I guess, is that... Well, I sort of know the answer, but why are more people not tuned into that? Wouldn't that dispel a lot of our fears?
Has it. And you have to trust it. First of all, everybody is intuitive. Number one. All right? Some people have spent their lifetimes connecting up to spirit and are very open to spirit and trusting of it. Other people, when Christianity, I'll tell you what happened. Most people in Africa, tribes communicated through dreams to other tribes to tell them, to warn them of a fire or whatever. Then we came and introduced the potato and technology to them, and we destroyed their ability to do that. We cut them off from it, all right? When Christianity went and started killing healers, midwives, herbalists, as witches, then the fear overwhelmed the ability. And so religion has stopped cultures from their natural innate ability to do this. Okay? So that most people doing this before the last century had to hide it.
Right. Well, yeah, because you come out with it and you're burned at the stake or whatever, right?
Yeah, like I was. And that's one of my lifetime memories. That was why I smoked, was it distanced people away from me. That was why I couldn't stay in my first marriage and why it took me a long time to realize why I didn't trust men. Because it was the person I lived with who turned me in.
Wow.
So it took me a long time to really trust. So I had a lot of karma around men. That's why I had 3 sons, of course. That works perfectly. And your karma, when you have all one-sex children, you've got a karma there. But anyway, so everyone has it. It's innate. And in this Aquarian age, it's going to open up in people. It comes out in dreams sometimes, in feelings. And what you have to do is begin to trust it. I had to work on mine. All right? I had to work on it. And it came through, it's instantaneous answers. I did automatic writing. I asked questions. First of all, I got quiet, meditated, and I asked questions with my right hand, answered with the left. But I have shown classes how to do psychometry. And it's just, we would do a class. Everybody would put either their keys I had a basket. They put their keys in it, their glasses in it, a ring. Jewelry's always good. And I would just talk about, don't try. Just the first thing that comes to you when you pick the thing out of there, what do you feel? What do you get? And they all gave good information for the person who owned it.
Wow.
They all gave good information. Like one, it was really hysterical because he said, I'm turning on the lights. I don't know why I'm turning on them, but I keep turning on the lights. And I feel so good because I can turn on the lights. And the person started laughing. and said, yeah, our electricity's been off for like days. And so I can't wait to get home and turn on the lights.
That's funny.
I know, and so it's there, but if you could have been taught to do that the same way you were taught to read, Jonathan.
Yeah, it's just we're out of touch, I guess.
See, if we go back to Lemuria, people were trained to do this from the time they were tiny tots.
Yeah.
They were trained.
Yeah.
And so because they were trained to do it, it was natural to them.
Right.
But it's been taboo because of religion. In fact, all the Christian religions just go, you're a heathen, you're this, you're that. Really? Well, if you read Corinthians, what it says in Corinthians is when John the Baptist baptizes you, you'll be given the gift of prophecy, the gift of interpretations, or the gift of healing. It's right there. It's right there in the Bible.
Yeah.
And yet they criticize it so much.